I'm taking this wood, turning a Smokey Joe grill into a wood-fired charcuterie and cooking a huge hunk of sirloin. You're gonna want to see how I do this recipe. Friends, we love fire, we love huge chunks of beef, and we love stupid recipes that could probably be cooked more easily other ways. This recipe that I'm going to show you takes all of those things, combines it, and makes it delicious. So what we're going to do, if you've ever been to a wood-fired restaurant, a rodizio, a charcuteria, where they cook steaks over wood coals, you know it's got a flavor that cannot be beat. We're going to take and try and do this at home. We're gonna have our little Weber Smokey Joe grill, a portable charcoal grill with some wood, turn this into a wood-fired grill. It's gonna be great. Let's get going. First step to this is get our fire going. Take your lid off, take the top grill off. We're gonna have a base of a little bit of charcoal. And this is just to get the fire started. So get a little mound in the middle. Get a fire starter too. Now, build some wood around it. Make sure you have small enough pieces to fit in. Do kind of a back and forth like this. And what we want to do is this wood to cook down in the coals. We'll put a couple of things here. Let's get it started. While this cooks down, it's time to prepare our beef. I'll show you how to do that. Let me show you the beef. This is something really special. It's a 3-inch thick top sirloin, top butt steak, with all the fat left on it. Oh yeah. Look at that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dry brine this, just sprinkle salt everywhere, all over it on the outside, and let it sit. Let that salt work its way in while the fire's cooking down. Now all we do is crack open a beer and wait. And that's the great part about this recipe. Take some time. We want our wood to cook down to coals, distribute that all around the grill so that we have hot coals to cook over. We want our steak to dry brine and have that salt work its way in so it gets tender and flavorful. This recipe is meant to give you time. And then have a big party, because you have a lot of meat. So this meat, we're gonna slice it up. It's gonna be tender, delicious. Serve it with roasted vegetables, just like a Brazilian steakhouse. It's gonna be great. But really, this recipe is about time. Take some time to enjoy how great this fire smells. Take some time to appreciate your cooking kind of campfire-y, even if you're backside of your house. Just enjoy. So, cheers to you guys. Let's enjoy this fire. You can see the wood's really started to cook down. Got some good charring on it. I have a heat glove on. This is, I think, a nice safety thing to do when you're doing something like this. It's a fire, be careful. But as it cooks, you just kind of want to start poking at it, seeing if you can break it down into coals. So it's still not quite there, you can see. Move it around, make sure there's oxygen flowing to everything, and just let it keep cooking. As it gets softer, you can start breaking it up with any sort of metal fire poker thing you got around. Our wood has cooked down to coals. I've kept busting it up. Here's why we cook over wood coals. First of all, because it's fun to have a fire, but I got this IR thermometer right here. It's 1113 degrees on that fire. It's a little hotter than what charcoal can do, definitely hotter than gas. We'll put the grate on, and we're ready to cook. We have our dry brined piece of sirloin right here. I also seasoned it with my signature no salt steak rub because we need a little bit more flavor, pepper, garlic, onion, a little chili powder. I'll put that recipe in too. Don't want to add more salt, so it's gonna go on directly over these hot, oh my gosh, you hear that sizzle? Directly over those hot coals, close it up. We want to sear, cook for about 5 minutes aside over this direct heat. Then we're gonna pull it off, put it in some aluminum foil, and let it cook all the way through. So cover it up, let it cook. Bam! We got great sear on the one side, so we're gonna go ahead and flip this. It's hot. Make sure you turn both sides, because the side that has more wood is gonna be hotter. So you wanna turn it all the way over, cover it back up, let the other side cook over the direct heat for 5 minutes. We got a beautiful sear on all sides, especially that fat cap. You want to make sure you get a good sear on that. So we've taken it off, wrapped it in 2 layers of foil. It's still pretty hot, so the extra layer helps kind of insulate it. And this is going to let it cook in the heat in a little bit more moisture-rich environment to cook all the way through, stay juicy. So I have a temperature probe in here, a remote probe. You should definitely get one. We're at 57 degrees temperature, 58 right now. We want this to come up to about 125. We'll pull it off then, let it rest, slice it. So go ahead, cover this back up. Watch your temperature. We have hit 123 degrees. We're gonna call that good. The coals are starting to die down a little bit. That's one of the challenges of wood fire cooking is you can lose a little bit of heat. I open it up a little bit just to check on it before we film this. If you're cooking on a real wood grill, you can add more wood, but something like this, you can't add more wood. But this is 30 bucks and a real wood grill is a couple thousand. So let's take this off. This is very hot, so heat glove is gonna be useful. You can hear the hiss. You can unwrap this, take a look at what it looks like. Oh yeah. So we're gonna let this rest for 10 minutes or so. Then we're gonna slice it up and have some sirloin. We've let this steak, huge piece of sirloin, whatever it is, we've let it rest. See some juices in there, which we wanna save to dip in, little au jus. Get this out. Oh no! The au jus is gone! Oh well, such is life when you're cooking outside. So, we're gonna go ahead. You can see where this little muscle came off. This is what you might know as a picanha, a sirloin cap. We're gonna cut that. Now, grain goes this way a little bit. Grain goes that way a little bit. So we're gonna take a cut here. Oh yeah, beautiful, medium rare. Just start taking some nice big slices off. Oh yeah. Little au jus over here. Ah, good. So what I like about this is on the outside, you have really great wood smoke and that like really hard sear. And you can see kind of the pink line there from that. That salt that we did really helped it. It is delicious. If you want a little time outside, do some primeval cooking, get back to campfire days, this is a great recipe to try. It's easy to do on your little Smokey Joe or whatever you have. It's not the best way to cook this, but it creates something uniquely delicious and a lot of fun. Check out all the recipe details on our website. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you soon at Lake Geneva Country Meats.